before we dive into all of that juicy stuff, why did you want to buy an online business? Like, what were you doing for work previously, now, and what are you looking to gravitate and work towards?
Perfect. No, definitely. And before I start, I just wanted to kind of make a paid commercial. Jared paid me. No, I'm just kidding. I just want to say, like, wanted to tell you thanks, man. That's why I'm here, because I know I went to the course, and honestly, I'll be one of those people that are skeptics when you see interviews and feedback. I'm like, ah, man, it might be a friend of his, or like it's like, honestly, that's me. That's how I'm very skeptic, when I say. But it's like, I wanted to give some of the feedback back, because I mean, I truly appreciate the work that you put in it. Like, you're truly interested in helping people out. And I gotta say, it's not easy. It's simple. It's simple. Easy means no effort. What I've learned is, like, there's effort. Like, a lot of effort. I mean, it's not easy, but it's simple. I mean, you just follow the blueprint. And I think sometimes we, or just people in general, think like, oh, I'll get a coach or get a mentor, and he'll just do it for me, and share the secrets and cookie cutter, and I'm done. I mean, it takes a bunch of effort. It's not easy, and the whole reason I wanted to schedule is to give back to you and in your community, because not all courses are truly helpful. I've taken a bunch of courses from podcasts. I mean, everything, trying to learn it. Doing courses on Udemy. I've done a few courses on Udemy, but none of them really materialized into, like, okay, now I'm making money. And this one, I could say it's one of those, like, okay, I'm making money. So that's why I'm happy to share back to you and your community. Just want to tell you thank you. So just briefly on the background. So I'm an engineer. I'm a mechanical engineer. And I was born and raised in Mexico. And when I turned 19, I moved to the US. And I was first just working McDonald's and Walmart. And that's why you guys can tell the accent. I actually learned English when I was 19 years of age.
Really?
From zero. Yeah. So I was 19 and just McDonald's. And I remember, a bunch of funny stories, understanding what the combo means, and no pickles, and like, what do you mean? Anyways, that was a bunch of stories. It was funny. Then I went to college, started mechanical engineering, and as an international student, because I wasn't, U.S. citizen or any of that. Started college actually 3 months later after I started. My dad passed away, so everyone in Mexico said, "Hey, you gotta go back to Mexico because you will not make it." And I said, "I'm gonna give it a try. If I fail, at least I give it all." And I went all the way to a bachelor's and master's degree in mechanical. But I always wanted to have my own business. But since I was in the U.S. as an international student, or I couldn't just live off my parents. I mean, my mom was in Mexico, right? So it's like I need a job so I had to build my own process. It wasn't like, okay, I'm gonna build my parents' garage and I build a business and I don't pay rent, and I had to figure out a way to make money. And one of them was, okay, I'm gonna just get a job. I'm gonna be in here. I'm gonna save money, and graduated. Worked for Corporate America a little bit, and I started doing like real estate, flipping houses. And in 2015, I got laid off from oil and gas, and bought a restaurant. And I've had it for 8 years. And I didn't buy a business. I bought myself a job. So for those out there thinking on restaurants, I mean, they say friends don't let friends buy restaurants. So it's just way too much work and very little profit, especially with the internet. If it was like 1980 or 1960, like, okay, yeah, let's figure out how to make it work, and you can make it work. And it's not about not making money, but it's about the return on investment of your time and effort. So there's better options out there. I mean, yeah, you can make money as a gardener, you can make money as a painter. It matters, right? It's not, but it's how you can make money with the least amount of effort. How can you be smart with your time? I was doing this restaurant thing, and I was doing real estate, and all of them were too much work. And by now I have 4 kids. I got a 6, a 4-year-old, and twins, 10 months. And I said, well, I want to be with the kids. I don't want to just work, and be with them when they're like 16 years of age. So what can I do? And I think I started Googling, online companies, online businesses. I gotta remember. I don't remember exactly. I think I came across your podcast, I think, or newsletter. I think it was I was just listening to a bunch of podcasts, and reached out to a guy from FE International in Vegas. He bought a site. Actually, he's part of your community now. And what I remember, and I think I gave you the feedback. I was not a member of your community, and you were answering my questions. So you were said I was part of your newsletter. And you were sending these newsletters, and I will reply like, "Hey man, but what do you mean with this?" Or asking you just questions, and like, "Oh, he's not going to reply." I mean, I'm not a pay member, so he's not going to take the time to respond. and you were responding to my emails, and I think I even told you, yeah, man, I appreciate you taking the time for responding to the emails, and so I felt like, okay, I'm gonna join, and I joined your courses and everything. So that's I think so. The short answer, like I got into online businesses because of all the mistakes or all the learnings that I got from the physical world, the brick and mortar.
Yeah.
The fact that they take so much work, so much effort, and the margins. My restaurant, a restaurant makes 10 to 15% average, and it's crazy hours. Whereas an online business, I mean, depending if it's content or e-commerce, it could be in the 90%, 95%.
Mm.
Working from home anytime. So it's like a no-brainer. So it was due to a bunch of mistakes that honestly, I don't think I would have appreciated so much or this much if I would have not done all these other things. If this would have been my first business,
Mm.
it would be like, oh, it's cool, but honestly, like it's the appreciation is not the same after going through all these mistakes and hurdles. So
Yeah.
that's how I jump into it.
Yeah, thanks so much. There's so much to unpack in what you've just said. The fact that you joined, I remember you emailed me and said, I'm only going to join because you replied to my emails and they were helpful. And then you joined,
Yeah,
you trusted the process, you worked super hard. And I remember when you started sending us businesses, you're like, is this actually fake? Like, I can't believe that this content business makes this profit margin. Like, is this actually real? Am I going to get scammed here? Like, I can't, it was hard for you to believe. I remember because of your background in the restaurant business.